One thing that is quite concerning to me is the stitching around the midsole and the inside of the shoe. So I've only ever purchased one pair of sneakers from StockX, and that was when they could actually guarantee authenticity. A lot has changed since then, to say the least. Yeah. Anyway, this presented me with a pretty good opportunity, really, because I want to see what the buying experience is with StockX in 2024. And I want to buy a pair of Jordan 1 lows that I've been keeping my eye on for a little while because I knew they will drop in value. Let's buy them and see what happens. I hope to God I don't get any of these fake pairs that Nike claims that StockX is selling. Let's see what happens. Okay, so for this video, I want to test three things. First thing is going to be shipping, because I want to know how long it takes for this shoe to get to me once the order has been approved. The second test is the condition. The shoe is listed as new, so we want to make sure that the shoe is new when it actually gets to us. So if there's any sign of someone wearing the shoe, if there's any creases, anything on the bottom of the shoe, the outsole, then we know that someone's worn it. And the third thing I want to check is probably the most important thing, and you see why it's the most important thing, and it's authenticity. Because there's a lot of claims against StockX currently about authenticity, and I've got other pairs of Jordan 1 lows that I can check the authenticity of. You need to check the stitching, you need to check the smell. If you got a black light, you can check that on the shoe as well to make sure it's not fake. But that's very, very important. But all of these things I need to check. So firstly is how long it takes to ship. Secondly is the condition of the shoe. We need to make sure no one's worn it or it's been laced. And the third thing is the authenticity, which is probably the most important thing. So this is exactly how much I've paid for the shoe. On the screen here, it's £135, and with StockX's fees and everything, it bumps it up to £135. So I'm getting the shoe below retail, which is what I wanted. I knew these shoes wouldn't go below retail, and I think they're probably gonna go even lower as well. So okay, so it's been 3 days and the shoe has finally been shipped to StockX. So let's see how long it takes for them to get it, verify it, and then ship it to me. This isn't working out so well so far. So we are on day 9 and we finally have an update from StockX. So yesterday on the 8th, I got an email to say that the shoe has finally arrived at StockX. And then funnily enough, straight away, got another email to say the shoe has been verified and has been shipped. And it's due to be delivered tomorrow. So let's see what happens. So the shoe is finally here, and from me placing the order to it arriving at my door, it took a total of 9 days. And if you like these kind of videos, these kind of experiments, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, because I'm going to do the exact same thing with eBay and with GOAT as well in future. One thing I didn't expect to happen, which is why I think the shoe took so long to come, is that the shoe was shipped from the States, from Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know if that's common. So if you use StockX in the UK and you've encountered this before, let me know in the comments, because I've not seen this before. First of all, it just feels like the shoe isn't actually in the box sturdy enough, which is a bit strange. I was hoping it would be a little bit more sturdy, but yeah. Let's see what we got. So this is the box. Okay, we can chuck that over there. And from looking at the box, it looks pretty standard. There isn't any indication that the box has been damaged in any way, which is quite good. I do like this theme with the mocha, where it actually is a different color from the normal Jordan 1 box, which I'm digging it. It's pretty cool. But one of the biggest problems I see with StockX is that you can't actually see the shoe before you buy them, and you can't tell who you're actually buying the shoe from. There's no like review system with StockX where you can review the shoe, review the person you're actually buying from to see if they actually have any bad reviews against them, if they've sold fake sneakers in the past, which is why I think eBay is better, because on eBay you can actually see who you're buying the shoe from, which I think is pretty good. So this is what the box looks like, and as you can see, that tissue paper is a bit ripped, which, okay, it's fine. And looking at the shoe, it looks pretty good to me so far. This is the mocha, and it looks good. It looks good. It doesn't look like it's been worn, so as you can see there. And another thing, I was really hoping that it was going to be unlaced, which it does. Also have the tissue paper inside, so I'm just going to do a quick check. So that looks fine as well. Smells pretty good as well. And another thing that a lot of people don't check is the stitching around the midsole and the inside of the shoe as well. If there's any duplicate stitching, you can tell that the shoe is fake. But one thing I have to say, this shoe is a GR, and I don't expect this to be counterfeited a lot. From first glance, I don't think it's been faked. This pair looks good as well. And then there is the verified authentic the tag on the shoe. So I think we might have to check what is going on with this as well, if it actually leads us to anything, because I've seen videos where it doesn't lead to anything really. So I'm going to check now. Yeah, didn't come up with anything. It's a bit strange. So I think the overall experience from StockX is pretty good in my opinion. So this is the shoe, and I have to admit I am very, very satisfied. So in total, I picked the shoe up for £135. It took 9 days to get to me, which is a little bit long. So, but considering the shoe's being shipped from the United States, it's kind of understandable. If they had shipping from the UK, then that would have been much better. But yeah, when it comes to the condition, the shoe looks impeccable. It doesn't look like anyone has actually put their foot in there, which is good as well. And I know that happens quite often, where you try a shoe on, if you don't like it, then you stick it on StockX. You can't really do much about that. It happens. But I can see from these, it doesn't look like anyone has put their feet in there. One thing that is quite concerning to me is that there are no extra laces. So I need to have a look online to see if these actually come with extra laces, because there are no extra laces in here. And when it comes to authenticity, I think these are genuine. I don't think these have been, I don't think these have been faked. I don't think these are fake shoes, I should say. They look authentic. They smell authentic as well. But you know, I'm gonna have to use one of these third-party apps to double check that the shoe is indeed authentic. But yeah, it looks good to me. The stitching looks perfect from every angle. I'm looking at the shoe. The stitching looks pretty good. As you can see all around it, it looks really good. The lows are my kind of thing at the minute. I've got a few pairs now. So that was my experience shopping with StockX. And if you like videos like this, remember to hit the subscribe button below and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I've got something really interesting coming up next. You don't want to miss that. Peace. See you on the next one.